It's a breakthrough that could have global ramifications, and it's come from an unexpected quarter. The US, China, and the UK are medical research powerhouses. But it's Russia that's saying it's developed the world's first effective vaccine for the coronavirus.
This morning, the first vaccine against the new coronavirus infection was registered.
Medical experts say Russia's progress has been too fast to be safe. But the Russian president is unfazed, saying one of the first to receive the shot was his own daughter.
She feels well, and the stats are great.
Russia plans to roll out the drug to the general public in October, and the World Health Organization says it's looking into whether Moscow's vaccine is all it's cracked up to be.
We are in a close contact with the Russian health authorities, and discussions are ongoing with respect to possible WHO pre-qualification of the vaccine. But again, pre-qualification of any vaccine includes the rigorous review and assessment of all required safety and efficacy data.
So far, the spread of COVID-19 has proven impossible to stop. At least 20 million people have been infected, and the death toll is expected to hit 750,000 this week. Even New Zealand, which had no local transmission of the virus for more than 100 days, reported 4 new cases on Tuesday.
As of 12 noon tomorrow, Wednesday, August 12th, we will be moving Auckland to level 3 restrictions for a period of 3 days until midnight on Friday.
The World Bank says up to 100 million people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty as a result of the pandemic. But it says the key to preventing humanitarian disaster is an effective vaccine, no matter where it comes from. Paolo Montecillo, TRT World.
Well, for more, let's go to Dr. Mohammed Munir. He's a virologist at Lancaster University in the UK. Welcome back to the program, Doctor. Now, Vladimir Putin says Russia's vaccine has passed all the necessary checks. He says that countries including the UAE, the Philippines and Saudi Arabia are currently taking part in trials, and that even his own daughter has taken this vaccine. What do you know about it? Is it safe and effective?
I think having an approval of a vaccine before the completion of phase 3 is really risky and dangerous, and could turn out to be very problematic for not only the Russian vaccine, but also for the vaccines to come in the future. Part of the problem is that the data that is become, they claim that they have done phase 1 and phase 2 trial for safety and efficacy and immunogenicity. However, we don't really have access to that data. So unless we don't have access to the data, it's really difficult to drill into what is the level of efficacy. I don't really doubt onto the technology itself. It is adenovirus, the same technology that Chinese researchers are using here in Oxford. They are using is adenovirus 26 based on their clinical trial registration. But there are some questions about the way the phase 1 and 2 and 3 are being executed.
Now, of course, Russia isn't the only country that's racing to come up with a coronavirus vaccine. Governments and pharmaceutical companies around the world are doing the same. And a lot of them have reported results from trials that would ordinarily take a number of years. Are you worried that perhaps rigorous testing is being sacrificed in favour of speed?
Yes, precisely. And that is one of the major concerns at this stage. I mean, we all being very well updated is that the regular vaccine require 10 to 15 years of rigorous validation before it is coming into the market for general public usage. But of course, we are in an unprecedented situation. So compressing time, but not really cutting the corner is something that is certainly needed. But the data that would become available or has become available for other vaccines that gave us quite good indication about the efficacy in the beginning. And for example, the data that become available onto the regulatory bodies where you register your vaccine and the information about the trial, give an access to a general public and also to the researcher to assess it. But that isn't really the case here, what we are seeing with the race that is being led now by Russia.
Meanwhile, New Zealand is back in lockdown after it reported 4 new cases of an unknown origin. And that was soon after the country had marked 100 days without a locally transmitted infection. What do you think happened here? Was this outbreak always there, or has it been imported? What could explain it?
Yes, absolutely. I think one thing I would like to take this opportunity to make it clear that the lockdowns do not eliminate the virus. What it does, it just put onto the bay. And as soon as we change our social behavior, virus is out there and it could come back and cause the infection the same way as it would have been causing, for example, earlier in March and April. So I think the major concern from now onward is really the identifying these small clusters in the beginning so that you really control them before these morph into uncontrollable infection. In terms of New Zealand perspective, I think the virus has been hiding there and it is still there as in any other country. The critical point is that how quickly one can identify and really eliminate before these become uncontrollable outbreaks.
Okay, Dr. Mohammed Munir, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you as always for sharing with us your analysis.